What's up everybody, Matt here, doing this video to show you guys what I got from the Long Beach Comic and Horror Con. Went to on Saturday. I know a few of you guys knew that I was going. I didn't get too many pickups. I got a lot of signed stuff and a lot of cool extra stuff though. So if you stay tuned until the end, it could be totally worth it. So without further ado, I'll show you what I got. Before we get started, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the music in the background is Machine Head off of their album The Blackening. If you haven't heard of Machine Head, go pick up The Blackening. It's such an amazing album. Can't do no wrong with that. But anyway, so here's what I got. I'll start it off with the 2012 program book. I always pick one of these up, and just shows, you know, who's going to be there or who was there, and, you know, has a couple little articles and stuff like that in there, you know, and whatnot. But it's a pretty cool little freebie. All these books I'm going to show you guys are all 50 cents a piece. When I went there to buy comics, I just hit up the cheap bins. You know, I was mostly there for prints and signed stuff, so, you know, I do pick up comics as well, but like I said, these are all from the 50-cent bin. Sorry for the glare, guys. Alright, so I'm going to go through these kind of fast so we can get to the good stuff. Here's Marvel Zombies Dead Days One Shot, number 1. Awesome cover. Marvel Zombies 2, number 1. Picked up this. I was excited to pick this up. This is the volume 2, I believe, volume 2 or 3, number 1 Flash. So that was awesome, from the 80s. Awesome to score that, and it's in very fine condition, so right on. This one was the big score out of the 50-cent bins. This is the Secret Invasion number 2 variant, Dynamic Forces variant. Like I said, got it for 50 cents. This is a $15 book. So, I mean, you could, if you really scoured those bins, you could score for sure at some of these cons. But the most excited one I was over this one. As you guys know, I'm a huge Punisher fan. I love the Hulk. And I have almost the whole run of Punisher War Journal. But I do have this one. This is Punisher War Journal number 12. But this is the variant edition. And I've actually been looking for this one, but not too hard, but I have been looking for this one. And this is the zombie variant, the World War Hulk tie-in. Awesome cover, man. So cool. 50 cents. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm going to bust on that for sure. Amazing. The rest of these are all Amazing Spider-Man. Some of them I did have, but for 50 cents, I took a shot. I was like, I don't remember if I have this, and I did end up having a couple of them, but yeah, it's alright. Here's Amazing Spider-Man 271. 272, 273, 277, 283, and Dum Me, I picked up 2 of them. It's cool. 291, 295, 337, 340, 343, 350, 397, awesome Mark Bagley art. 398, 416, 547. Ooh, taking another one. This is awesome Marcos Martin cover right here. 578. Love Marcos Martin. And these are for you, Ben, Mr. Fix-It Smash. John Romita Jr. goodness. Here's a 585. Awesome Romita Jr. cover. Love that cover. And here's a 588. Another awesome cover. Sorry for the glare, guys. 594. 613. 617. 631, 635. I believe this is the variant comic. So it's Awesome to pick that one up. And finally, 637. That was the last comic I picked up. So that's my little haul from the Comic-Con. Then I got a bunch of signed stuff here. Right here. It's the first little stack. And like, I don't know if you guys follow Mr. Fix-It Smash It channel, Ben, but he was talking about his con experiences and stuff like that, and what he likes to do and stuff. You know, he doesn't really like to bring things to the con. I'm the opposite. I like to adjust that real quick. I like to actually bring comics there and have them sign it. But occasionally I do pick them up there and have the creator sign it there, which is this case. The writer for Harbinger was there, Josh Dysart. He was at the Valiant booth there, and I hadn't been reading Harbinger, and I was like, I was kind of on the fence about picking it up anyways. So I figured, I was like, well, he's here. I might as well buy it straight from him, support him. And he signed this little mini poster for me, Harbinger. And he also signed it right here. Put "Hey Matt" on there. Pretty cool. So I haven't read it yet, but I've heard really good things about it, so I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, I hate to be adding more books to the poll, but if it's a good book, I don't mind, you know, just, you know. But yeah, so there's Harbinger #1. The artist and writer for Think Tank were both there at the Top Cow booth, but for some reason when I went by, Matt Hawkins, the writer, wasn't there. I don't know if he was dropping a deuce or what was going on, but the artist was there, Rashawn Ekedal, and I had him sign my Think Tank #1. Pretty cool. This one I was really excited about. I had brought these last year, and Scott Lobdell was there, but I never saw him at his booth. So we just probably kept missing each other or whatever. So I brought him again. He was going to be there again this year, and I finally got him to sign my X-Men comics. This particular issue I've had since I was like 6 or 7, and you know, when I was growing up, X-Men was the shit. Everyone read X-Men when I was growing up. So you know, he was the X-Men writer of my youth, basically. You know, I was born a little after I was born in '86, so Chris Claremont's run was kind of coming to an end. Had a few more years, but when I started reading, actually, Lobdell was the man. So that was pretty awesome to get him to sign it. Signed it right there on the hologram. I don't know if you can see that. Pretty sweet. Had him sign my X-Men Alpha #1 at the top here. Pretty awesome. And I also had him sign this Uncanny X-Men. And he was happy to see this. This is actually his first X-Men work. He's like, whoa. He's like, that's my first ever X-Men work. I'm like, I know, bro. That's why I brought it to you. But it's kind of a combo because I wanted him to sign it. And the interior artist, this is a Jim Lee cover, but the interior artist is Whilce Portacio. And he's also there. He was also at the con. So I had Scott sign it right there. I had Whilce sign it right there. Then I also had Whilce sign my Punisher #10. If you guys aren't familiar with this crossover, in the 80s they did a crossover between the Punisher and Daredevil. And it was in Punisher 10, and it was in Daredevil 183, I want to say, 183, something like that. But it was an awesome story. This is the Punisher side of the story. The Daredevil obviously is the Daredevil side. So Whilce did the art on this, and Frank Miller did the art on the Daredevil one. Super cool though, like awesome books. Really excited to have him sign that. So that was cool. I also had him sign my Non-Humans #1. Signed it right here. And the writer for Non-Humans, Glenn Brunswick, was there as well. And had him sign it. And I was talking to him for a little bit, and he was saying, because I told him, I was like, I love the book. It's a really cool book, and, you know, artwork's great, writing's great. But the only thing I told him, I was like, the only thing I'm disappointed in is it's only a limited series, because I don't really, I mean, if a limited series is good, obviously I like it, but I tend to not really want to pick up limited series. It just, to me, I don't know. I'd rather read an ongoing. I don't like stuff that starts and ends, right away. Um, but he was saying the reception on this comic was so well that they're thinking about doing another story arc. So I don't know if that means that they're going to do another limited series or they're going to turn this into an ongoing. He didn't really explain that to me, but hopefully that's true. Hopefully they'll get a couple more arcs in there because I do enjoy the story so far. I mean, it's only been the first issue, but you can usually tell if a story is going to be going somewhere after the first or second issue. And I can tell this one's going to be a good one if they stick with it. So excited to get both of them to sign that. Mike McKone, the British artist, was there. Had him sign a couple Spider-Mans for me. This is maybe Spider-Man 562 and 563. Sign it down there at the bottom. That was cool. Pretty nice guy. He's from, obviously, like I said, he's from Britain. And I was telling him, I was like, man, you're a long way from home, dude. And he started laughing. I'm pretty sure he's like the only Brit that was there that I knew of anyway, so that was cool. Obviously by this, you can tell that I met Amanda Conner. Such a sweetheart, guys. I mean, I'm not even just saying that because she's a girl, and man, she is like one of the nicest people you ever meet. I can't say enough good things about her and her husband, Jimmy Palmiotti, who I have some stuff to show you guys from him a little bit later. But such nice people. If you ever get a chance to go meet Amanda Conner, go do it. She's got amazing stuff. She had this print that I'm kicking myself not buying now. It was a She-Hulk and Iron Man print, and they were arm wrestling, and it was so badass, dude. I'm pissed off at myself that I didn't buy it. But maybe I'll see her, at another con. She'll have it or something like that, and I'll pick it up there because it was awesome. But anyway, I had her sign my Silk Spectre number 1, number 2, and number 3. And we were talking about her and I were talking about the acid trip sequence in this book. And she said that she never took any LSD or anything like that. She just based it off of YouTube videos. She researched it a lot through YouTube, and yeah, she based her drawings off of that. And I was like, that's pretty rad. I mean, I think I've never done any hits of LSD, but I could imagine it's pretty similar to what what this book was, what this book was showing. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I can't say enough good things about Amanda Conner. She was such a sweetheart. Every time, I mean, we'll put it this way. When I went to go meet Neil Adams at this convention, which I'll show you later, he had no one in his line. Amanda Conner, every single time I walked by her table, she had like 20, 25 people there. And this convention's not big. It's a pretty small convention, but it's still got a couple thousand people there. And it's just like, her popularity is just going to go through the freaking roof, man. And good for her, because she deserves every bit of it. Her art is amazing. Such an amazing person. Can't say enough good things about Amanda Conner. If you get a chance to go meet her and her husband, Jimmy Palmiotti, go up to them and shake their hands, because they're super cool. They're just good human beings, Alright, here's my second stack. Speaking of good, cool people, sorry for the glare, guys. You can see it better like that, maybe. I don't know. Whatever. I had seen a couple interviews with this guy before, and I was kind of like on the fence about maybe even talking to him. And I'm so glad I did, because I was like, this dude's a jerk off. He's gonna be, total jerk. But you know what? He really wasn't. He was freaking hilarious. And that guy's Howard Chaykin. who does Black Kiss 2. He does, you know, he's like a journeyman. He did the first 10 issues of Star Wars back in the 70s. He's done awesome stuff. Um, but I was kind of, you know, on the fence about going up to him and talk to him. I was like, well, I brought this to have Brad Street sign it, and he did the interior art, so I'll go up to him and see what's going on. And he was like such a nice guy. I walked up to his table, and I walked up with a couple other guys that I didn't know, and he called us all bastards. He's like, "You bastards," and we're like, "What the hell, man? What's, you know, it's already starting, dude. This dude's already gonna be a jerk." But he was just kidding. He's like, "You guys all have amazing hair, you bastards." So we got a laugh, and I was talking to him about it, and I told him, I was like, "You know what the secret is, though?" And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Diet Mountain Dew," because I'm a huge Diet Mountain Dew fan. And I was like, "Just drink that every day, and you'll have glorious locks." And he had a big laugh about that. And later on, after I left his table, I went back around to his table, and you know, he kind of looked at me, and I was like, "Diet Mountain Dew, bro," and he just like started laughing. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, so Howard Chaykin, if you get a chance to meet him too, he's an awesome guy, and he signed it right there. And also, if you guys noticed, like I was saying, the other signature is Tim Bradstreet. I met him last year, and he's a super cool dude as well. I had him sign this issue, number 50, number 31. Such an awesome, like, iconic cover from Bradstreet. Had him sign that. Super cool. And I had him sign this one too. I almost got he had the original art for this cover, but it was obviously out of my price range. But man, I almost got the print of it too. Such a cool cover. Amazing. And he was there. He started Raw Studios, so him and Tom Jane were there, who played the Punisher. And I don't know if any of you guys ever met Tom Jane. I met him last year, saw him again this year. Dude's he's a total douchebag, and it's sad because he acts like he's like a A-list actor or something, you know, and he just isn't. You know, it's really sad that he acts that way, but whatever. So, anyways, there's Bradstreet. This next guy, if you guys haven't heard of him, you guys have to go check his stuff out. I got something later on to show you guys at the end of the video from him. But, and especially this little mini-series. I had him sign the whole thing. And that's Dustin Nguyen. He's worked on a lot of things. Obviously, American Vampire, Lord of Nightmares. He's worked on Detective Comics, Batman, Streets of Gotham. Actually, he just put out a digital comic right now called Batman Little Gotham, and it's, man, he gives Scotty Young a run for his money. I tell you what, when it comes to that style of artwork, it's just fantastic. But I had him sign this whole, and super nice guy, you know, just genuinely grateful that, you know, he can do this for a living. You can tell, you know. And I had him sign one, had him sign it right there. You can make that out. One, had him sign two. There's three, had him sign it right there. There's four. And he actually said this one it's a 5-issue miniseries, and he said this one, issue 4, was actually supposed to be the last cover, and this one was supposed to be the 4th cover. But he's like, they switched it around for some reason. But anyway, yeah, it's this is my favorite cover that he did out of the series anyways. Too bad it has that freaking stupid arrow banner up there, but whatever. Awesome anyways. Dustin Nguyen. Like I said, I got something else to show you later on at the end of the video that he did for me. Actually, he didn't do it for me. I bought it from him. But awesome dude. Awesome dude. This guy needs no introduction. You know who he is already. Mr. Mike Mignola. He actually had canceled his appearance at the con about a month ago. He was supposed to be there, and then he canceled about a month ago. The night before, Friday night, on their website, it said Mike Migdola from 12 to 4 or whatever it was. He's going to be signing tomorrow. He ended up showing up after all. So that was awesome. And the reason why he canceled was because he's busy working on Hellboy in Hell, and we were talking about that. And should be coming out in a few weeks here, he was saying. He's working on issue 4 right now, so that's cool. You guys are Hellboy fans. That's pretty exciting. Mignola's the man. His wife was there. She was a sweetheart too. I was talking to both of them for a few minutes, and there was a couple people behind me. I didn't want to be a jerk and hold up the line, so I let him go. But I mean, he was one of those guys that just enjoyed talking as well. He was a super nice guy. I had him sign all these. This is The Fury, obviously the Death of Hellboy miniseries here. Had him sign it right there. Right there. And right there. See that? I also had him sign one of my favorite Batman covers of all time. This is Batman 453. Probably top 3 covers. I mean, it's just an insane cover. Love it so much. Had him sign it. But the thing that I was kind of mad at myself for, usually when I find out who's going to be there, I will set aside the books, that I want people to sign. And I did that for him, but since he canceled, I was like, whatever. So I threw all his stuff back in my long boxes, and, late Friday night, and I have twin girls, so they sleep in the same room I have all my comic book boxes in. So I was trying to be like super quiet, getting my stuff out, getting it ready, and because I got off work all late on Friday night, and so I was trying to be all quiet. I totally forgot to bring my Death in the Family. I was gonna have him sign that, and I'm so pissed. I got to the con, and my buddy who I met up with at the con, he's like, "Oh, you're gonna have him sign Death in the Family, or?" And I was like, "Oh shit, are you kidding me? I totally forgot." But he's gonna be at WonderCon in March, so I'll bring it then and have him sign it if I go to that. So anyway, that's kind of the only regret I had from this con. Other than that, everything else got accomplished. It was awesome. Alright, let's see here. Alright. This last little stack here. Last stack of my signed stuff. Marv Wolfman was there. If you guys don't know who Marv Wolfman is, he's created tons of things. He created Blade, the New Teen Titans, just tons of stuff. And he was there. I had him sign my Amazing Spider-Man number 200. Signed it right there. He was actually the first person I met at the con this time. Super awesome to have him sign that. And then this one last year I took to Bernie Wrightson. So Bernie Wrightson signed this last year. I don't know if you can tell right there. He signed that last year. But this year, the other because he co-created Swamp Thing with Len Wein, who also created Wolverine. But Len Wein was there this year, and I had him sign. I brought this back, and I had Len sign it right there. So awesome Wrightson cover, just amazing. You guys know Bernie's my favorite artist. Go ape shit every time I get to see that guy. Marvel Team Up number 14. Also signed by Len Wein there. Nothing special about this comic. I just think it's a really cool cover. And this one was the trifecta, the holy trifecta. This is such an iconic Detective Comics comic. Detective Comics comic. Detective Comics 408. Written by Len Wein and Marv Wolfman, and art by Neil Adams, and they were all there at the con. I had them all sign it. This is Len Wein, Marv Wolfman, and if you guys can tell, for Matt, Neil Adams. Just amazing, man. I couldn't believe I had everyone sign that. Super cool. Such a gem in my collection now. Really excited. And like it says, obviously I met Neil Adams. I had him also sign my Batman 234. Right down there. It's the first appearance of Two-Face. It's booked as the first Silver Age Two-Face, but it came out in '71, so it'd really be the first modern day Two-Face, basically. Um, but yeah, so that was awesome. Awesome to get him to sign that. Super excited. Amazing. And he's one of those guys, I know Ben, Mr. Fix-It Smash, was talking about how he's one of those guys that doesn't want to let you go. He was exactly like that, man. You could tell he genuinely enjoyed talking to his fans and just about anything and everything. You could talk to him about why is the sky blue, and he's got something to say about it, you know. And he's just such a good dude. And I'll tell you, you're right, Ben. When I did meet him, his hands, man, and I have decent hands, but I remember Ben talking about how big the dude's hands were. And I went up to him and I shook his hand, and I swear, dude, it was like shaking a bear's hand. It wasn't so much long. It was just like, it's hard to explain. It was like shaking a bear's hand. It was like amazing. I was like, Jesus, dude, holy shit. Crush skulls with that thing? What is going on? But he's a super cool dude. I'm glad I got to meet Neil Adams. Hopefully I'll get to meet him again one day. But super glad I at least got to meet him once. So, awesome. Like I said, last year I met Tim Bradstreet and dickhead Tom Jane. Had them both sign this. I had Tom Jane sign it right there and Bradstreet sign it right there. But Jimmy Palmiotti was there last year, but I didn't get a chance to go see him, so he was there again this year. And I had him sign. I brought this back and I had him sign it right there. So that's cool. Got Bradstreet, douchebag, and and Palmiotti right there. Awesome. I also had him sign a couple other things. This is All-Star Western #1. And if you guys haven't met Jimmy Palmiotti before, he's the most laid-back, cool dude out there. Please go talk to him. If you see him at a con, go talk to him because he's such a cool dude. Him and I were bullshitting about fucking not everything. I don't even know, like just random stuff for about 10 minutes. And I wasn't really paying attention to what he was doing as he was doing it, you know, because we were just talking and, you know, I wasn't really looking at what he was doing. And he took my comic and he was doodling on it. And he ended up drawing this freaking amazing Jonah Hex in the corner there. Signed it right there. Excuse me. Just so cool, man. Jimmy Palmiotti, he's the man. He's one of those guys that you, he's a bigger name, but he's one of those guys that you do root for, you know, in comic books, you know. He doesn't ever put out, like, the big stuff, but just such a good dude, and, you know, I'll support him. I have supported him. I will support him forever, because he's such a cool dude. Jimmy Palmiotti, can't believe it. So awesome. Little Jonah Hex sketch. Super cool. He also signed my creator-owned heroes right here. And Steve Niles was there, and I had him sign my creator-owned heroes as well. So that was awesome. Steve and Jimmy. And as you guys know, like I said, Steve Niles is there. But my favorite artist of all time, Bernie Wrightson, was there as well. And like I said, every time I get to see Bernie, I go ape shit crazy. You know, it's hard to not be really excited when you meet someone like Bernie Wrightson. But anyway, you know, I basically told him, I was like, dude, and I told him this last time too, I was like, man, you're my favorite artist of all time. And I'm sure he hears that every day, you know, because he's influenced so many people and so many people love him. But I couldn't say it enough. I was like, man, you blow me away, dude. You blow me away. But I had Steve sign it right there, and Bernie signed it, kind of in the dark here, but trust me, it's there. He signed it right there. That's the Ghoul, #1. Had them both sign my Frankenstein Alive Alive. Steve signed it right there. Bernie signed it right there. Super awesome. And this one, if you guys are fans of this, Steve, I was talking to Steve Niles about it, and he said that it should be that the second one should be coming out, and the tentative release date is the day after Christmas, but he's like, it should be out well before then. So look for it before then, guys. That'll be a nice Christmas present for us. Awesome. I also had him sign this, and Steve Niles freaking was like, such an amazing cover. He loves it too. And I had them both sign it. This is a retail incentive cover. This is Steve Niles right there. And then Bernie Wrightson personalized it for me. For Matt, Bernie Wrightson. Just so cool. Such an amazing cover. I also had Bernie sign my my Frankenstein book here. Sign it right there. Just freaking amazing. So yeah, excited I got to meet Bernie again. And yeah, that was awesome. Every time, amazing. I got to meet when I go to cons. I like to meet different people, you know. And I ended up meeting this guy. His name's Chris Thorne. He did a little Joker sketch there for me. He does a lot of sketch cards and stuff like that. Did the Walking Dead sketch cards, and just a cool artist in general. He bought his little sketchbook. So I like to support guys like him. So go check out Chris Thorne. He's you know, smaller guy obviously, but he's awesome. His artwork's great. Then, like I said, I met Tim Bradstreet again. And last year I didn't end up buying any prints from him, but this year I said if I get to see him again, I'm gonna buy a print from him. See, move the camera here. Bought this awesome Punisher print. I got to get these framed, but so cool, man. Had him sign it down at the bottom there. Just an amazing print. Amazing. Super excited I got that. And then, like I said, Dustin Nguyen. I also bought a print from him. And this thing freaking blows me to shit, for sure. Just amazing. Amazing artwork. The Joker in the middle with Harley. Penguin back, or Mad Hatter back there. Penguin right there. Freaking amazing. And this is actually like the Batman 2010 some odd cover that he did. Super awesome. 80-page giant cover. Amazing. Signed it right here. Gotta get that in a frame for sure. Freaking amazing. But the real gem of the pile that I got, I had went up to Merritt Michaels, who did a lot of Deadpool core stuff. And that's why I said, Ben, you gotta watch my next video, man, because he just put up a Deadpool video. And I actually got a little print from him. It says, "These dead ain't gonna be walking for long." Signed it down at the bottom there. Merritt Michaels. But I had him commissioned to do a sketch cover for me. And he freaking nailed it, man. Did an amazing Deadpool. I know Cursive Man just got a Merritt Michaels Deadpool head sketch from Cali Collectibles. This is a such an amazing sketch cover. Blew me away when he showed it to me. I was like, wow, dude, wow. And I don't care what you say. I mean, you know, Merritt Michaels is a pupil of Rob Liefeld. Whatever, dude. He ain't Rob Liefeld. He's such an amazing artist. Just freaking nailed it, dude. So, Ben, check that out, dude. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for sticking around. I hope you guys liked what I showed. Hope it wasn't too long for you. Hope you guys are having a great day and a great week. And be good to each other. All right, guys. Peace.